A major event happening down here at the fire station today in Douglas, and with me, Groom, head of fire and rescue. We've talked about building up to the event, but obviously poignant about well, you tell us about what was going on here today.
Yes, very much so, Paul. As you're probably aware, tonight was the 30,000th sounding of the last post. That's played at 8 o'clock, 2000 hours at the Menin Gate in Belgium every night. I was approached a few weeks ago by Hector Duff, our good friend, and Hector asked me would I consider if the Isle of Man Fire and Rescue Service could open up the 7 fire stations, put this event on this evening, which is a tribute to the tribute, and make it happen for him, for the Isle of Man servicemen and ladies, ex-servicemen and ladies, and the community. I believe it's been a great success. It's been very well supported here this evening.
Great turnout.
It's been an absolutely marvellous. I'm quite overwhelmed with it, to be honest with you. And when I was doing the readings, I saw the faces of some of the ex-service people, and I could actually feel them reliving some of the moments, some of the stories they've been told. And for me, it was exactly the right thing for the Isle of Man to do, the Isle of Man Fire and Rescue Service to do. And I'm very proud as the Chief Fire Officer that I've done it this evening. Fantastic.
And as we said, you managed to get all the stations involved in this.
Yes, as you could imagine, 7 buglers at 7 fire stations. And I'd like to thank the bugle players across the 7 stations, and also my staff, my whole-time staff and my retained staff, who've opened the doors this evening, welcomed everyone in, and hopefully the events across the other stations have been as successful as they have at Douglas.
Okay. Well, let's leave this with the poem that you read. Very emotive. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, this is a poem that was written by a Flemish actor, a Mr. Wim O'Brook, and that poem this evening will be read out at every fire station worldwide, and also at the Menin Gate, which I'm led to believe is going to be read by Mr. O'Brook himself. But as you say, Paul, very poignant, and some of the words I tried to dwell upon, because I knew what it meant to some of the people who came to Douglas Station tonight.
When the last post blows, the stars and the planets stand still. The wind holds its breath, the rain stops, the moon turns pale. There is peace on earth, but a mournful sadness fills the air. Compassion flows down from on high, bowing every head. The bugles sound like foghorns. From the mist of the past, the dead stand up, soft and tender. Stardust whirls, rose leaves, poppies. All is quiet under the Menin Gate, but peace wears a false mask. The last post carries us back to the old world of the killing fields, to shattered landscapes, to the stench that hangs over no man's land. Mustard gas drifts across the mud of the trenches. The horror of the First World War is a gaping mouth. A silent cry that died on the lips of thousands of lost souls. Young men, their names engraved forever in long cold lists, died for the fatherland, mourned in the motherland. Every evening at the stroke of 8, the buglers blow their names back to life. A final salute to the fallen at the end of the day's labours. Then sounds a reveille, the awakening, the call to stand up and carry on. The eternal return, creation, ripening, death. Generations disappear, stories fade away. But the memory of what happened must never be lost. The last post does not just remember, it keeps homes alive. It calls the city and the world to order. Under the Menin Gate, night after night, a legitimate ritual takes place, so that we will never forget, but above all so that we will see, once and for all, that every war year, anywhere in the world, is an attack on the foundations of our civilization.